This is music, and this house is on fire. This house is not on fire because if it were, I would be in a state of panic right now. However, some dude in Texas, that is the name of the vinyl community channel right here on YouTube. It's a great vinyl community channel. He shows a lot of awesome metal on his channel, so go and check it out. He started a thread a couple of weeks ago, and the theme is show 5 thrash metal albums you would save from a burning house, like if your house caught on fire or something. And truth be told, I would probably try to save the ones that were given to me or VCLT to me, regardless of their value on the market. But I started thinking there's another type of music medium that I have in my collection where I would try to save some of them in the event of a fire for sure. We're talking the 90s thrash metal demo tape. So I'm going to show you demo tapes by 5 artists that I would try to save in the event of a fire. Starting out with this one here, Pain by Assail. So this one is out on this very simple black cassette shell. This one is screwed together, by the way. The screws up here. And they just appended a price tag onto the shell that says Assail. Now, if you read descriptions of this online, it's classified as a death metal tape, but to my ears, it's a crossover thrash demo tape. I don't hear a lot of death metal on here, maybe hints of death and roll, but that's about it. To me, they sound a lot like Propane at their thrashiest, and this means that you have some groovy riffs all over the place, and to that you add fast and aggressive thrashy riffs. The vocals are death and rolly, but back in the day, you would hear a lot of hardcore vocalists using a similar style of singing. So there you go. So to me, this is a crossover thrash demo tape. This is the only copy I have seen in the wild. I don't know if it's rare or anything. I don't. I I don't think it is super rare, so I'm sure there are other copies that you can pick up if you're interested. I just like the music, so I grabbed it when I had the opportunity. Up next, we have this one here, Beyond Serenity Promotion Tape 1994. Also out on a simple black cassette shell, but this one is glued together, so that's the other variant. But these two types of shells were very, very, very common back when we would put out demo tapes back in the day. So this one only has 2 songs on it. It's very melodic thrash metal to the point that maybe some people wouldn't consider it thrash metal, maybe more power thrash or something like that. But it's very melodic. You have elements of alternative rock even on here, straight up heavy metal, US metal too, and thrash metal. So to me, this is a melodic thrash metal tape with 2 really cool songs on it. So I would definitely try to save that one. I would also try to save this one here, Eidetics Non-Conspicuous Warning. Also out on this simple black cassette shell, the one that has screws in it. Uh, they just had a label printed and added that to the shell. This I would say is progressive thrash metal, and to modern ears, the production is probably a bit rough around the edges, but this is a very professional sounding tape for a 90s thrash metal uh, demo tape, and it also looks very professional. The musicianship is also ahead of the curve on this one. Progressive thrash metal. The songs are interesting. They're well composed. There's some weird stuff going on. I think if you like Voivod, you might find this interesting. They don't sound like Voivod. It's just, you know, similar vibe, if you know what I mean. I picked this one up recently, um, and I think I used to have another copy that I bought back in the 90s, but it's lost. But I picked this one up recently. It will make an appearance in a haul video a bit later. I would also try to save this one also by Eidetic, Mirror Passway, and this is a copy I did buy back in the day from the band at a show. I thought I had lost it, but I actually found this one at my parents' place last year, maybe the year before that. So it's on the same type of black cassette shell with, again, screws in it. You got a label. It used to be white, now it's faded to gray. On this one here, they lean more into the progressive side of things. So I would classify this as a thrashy prog metal tape, and this one as, like I said, a progressive thrash metal tape. I think I said that. There's still enough thrash on here, however, that I would consider it a thrash metal tape. Great stuff, sounds professional for its day, looks professional as well. Really interesting songs on here, kind of like a dark, menacing tone throughout. This is great. I'm glad I found this one. Again, they put out a third demo tape where they had abandoned thrash metal and they lean more into very melodic type of progressive hard rock on that one. It's a great tape, though. I would love to have a copy of it. Remember one of my friends actually had it back in the day. Now, this one here, Furious Trauma, Profit Counts. Uh, Very professional looking demo tape. This one is out on the glued together version of this black shell. So straight up thrash metal, maybe a little bit of groove metal. Later they would embrace groove metal more. Um, but this is great stuff. I bought originally a copy of this from the band at a show. That one is lost too, so I picked this one up recently, last year I think it was, as well. Um, I've seen a bunch of these around in the wild, so I don't think it's super rare. So it's possible for you to pick up a copy if you want to. Straight up thrash metal. There's some song titles and lyrical themes that are unintentionally problematic, I think, but apart from that, this is great stuff. They were one of the big underground thrash metal bands back in the day. They played a lot of shows in my town, so I've seen them live a lot of times. Great band, great thrash metal, great thrash metal tape. I would obviously try to save this one. And up last, this one here, Disaster Area promo tape. Um, Altered Beyond Recognition is what it says. And this one is just out on a dub tape. Um, so this is another one of those tapes where you see it described as death metal. And I kind of get that with this one. This to me is death thrash, but it's not the case that it's just thrash metal with death metal style vocals. It's literally like 90s style death metal riffage and 80s style, like Slayer-esque style thrash metal riffage side by side in their songs. So it's death thrash in that sense, like death metal, thrash metal combined. The vocals are, I wouldn't say they are extremely guttural or anything like that. They are, they remind me a little bit maybe of Max Cavalera. But then on top of that, you sometimes have some screamed vocals, so maybe they're going for a bit of a D-side vibe, vocals wise. But this is great stuff. Some really cool songs on here. Old school death metal riffage and thrash metal riffage. It sounds pretty good as well for a 90s demo tape, I have to say. So great stuff. So yeah, six uh, demo tapes by five artists, all thrash metal to my ears. Some of it a bit more thrashy than other tapes, but it's all thrash metal to my ears. And I would try to save these in the event of a fire. So there you go. Thanks for watching.